Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to another fine episode of Hallyujuku. I'm Petey Rafe, your man with no plan. Here with me, as always, is none other than Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I am doing exceptionally well.
We are here once again to talk about East Asian pop culture, and as regular viewers, if there are any, or listeners, know we start off every show talking about what we've been listening to, talking about some music that has caught our attention this week. Kaz, what have you been listening to this week?
I have been listening to some rap because I'm trying to keep the Year of the Rapper alive in heart. Yes. So I was listening to a song by a gentleman by the name of Swings, who has a song called Fallen, featuring Jay Park, and it's actually a pretty good flow song. Like I didn't look up the lyrics to the song, but I liked what I heard. I thought it was pretty damn good, you know. Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it. Luckily, it has the captions, and it's about, his crew and his life and who he rolls with and his family. And it's a really cool song, and it's a really good flow. Swings has a nice, unique, cool voice. It's really cool stuff.
It was kind of the thing that kind of caught my attention, like when I was looking for songs and I wanted to do kind of rap songs, and like I was going through everything, and like I came across him and the other guy that I'm going to talk about, and like just their flow in general just like really, really stood out to me. Like just their vocal arrangement was really, really nice.
Yeah, this is one of the cool things about like listening to Korean hip hop is how much you can appreciate just the cadence and the flow and the emotion and the feel of the song, regardless of like language barrier. Like you don't understand the lyrics, and you can still like just feel it, just feel it like in your gut at least, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. But as you were saying, you had another artist that caught your attention.
Yeah, so there was another guy who caught my attention, and this one goes by the name of Loco. And I put two songs by him because, like I said, he stood the fuck out to me. The first song is "Hold Me Tight" featuring Crush, who I talked about last week, which is how I got to the connection that I got here. And the other song is "No Manners" featuring Gray, another J Park person. Yes. There. And like I said, man,
representing.
Yeah, it just stood out to me. Like, it just was really good. I just kind of liked what I was hearing.
Yeah, it's like, it's cool, this little crew that Jay Park is assembling for himself. Like, kind of like his own, the movement, like back in the day, you had the movement, all Drunken Tiger and all the people that, he was cool with. And now Jay Park is kind of doing his own kind of crew of people that he works with and collaborates with, and he helps out and that help him out, and that's really cool. And it's like that the core of hip hop is that community in so many ways.
Yeah,
and the fact that he's growing that for his era is really cool. And I listened to Loco, and it was some cool stuff. Those couple of songs had their distinct personalities, and it was cool. Some more Korean hip hop. Yeah. Get on that Korean hip hop. # Year of the Rapper.
Yep. Do it.
Yes.
I've been talking about it. Get it done. Yes.
Speaking of Jay Park, so I was exploring kind of my iTunes radio history, and for like songs that caught my attention recently, or at some point caught my attention and I enjoyed. And one that I remember enjoying very well, on one of my iTunes radio was 2 PM's Again and Again, all the way back from their 2 PM Time for Change. again and again, and it's just a very cool song that I knew I was like jamming to immediately, and I was like wondering, I was thinking about something that I noticed why, because I was like, man, this is a really cool song. I'm really, it's like really connecting with me, and then just now re-listening to it again, I realized why, because it's so Miami freestyle. Like this song, the music, the instrumentation, and kind of the beat is Miami freestyle through and through, like late '80s Miami freestyle. Like, and I thought like it was funny because I thought What's Up's like Miami bass co-opting was Miami's first invasion of Korea, but no, 2 p.m. took care of that a while ago. Give you that Stevie B style, that Kodo style, the clubs back in the, bumping in South Beach, that freestyle sound. But yeah, this is just a fun song. It's a fun dance, and it's always interesting seeing the J Park dancing around in 2 p.m.
Yeah,
you are familiar with this song.
Oh yeah, no, this is my era of 2 p.m. right here. Yeah. Like this is when I was really into 2 p.m. and their whole business.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty familiar with this version of 2 p.m.
Yeah, Nikun looking like a handsome fella, and you know what? Yep. Like looking at him, was like, you know what? Tiffany, nailed herself a good one with that one.
Oh
yeah, cool song. But besides that, other cool songs that caught my attention. I was randomly so r/Kpop, which is a really cool subreddit, and I've been enjoyed kind of wandering through there, just random links and random music videos. They did a kind of a introduction over like an overall crowdsourced introduction to various groups thread, so where basically everybody took care of any particular groups and created a comment where they comprehensively introduced that group to anybody that might not be familiar, and they it's something they've been doing like I guess this is the second annual one, and they did everybody, Girls' Generation, 21, all the groups. I took care of, well, first of all, I took care of Global Icon. I provided them. But besides that, I also take care of Tuga World, and it also allowed me to go back and check out another, it inspired me to bring in another cool song of theirs, which is Number One by Tuga World. And it's a really catchy, fun, cute song, and it also accompanied by a really cool video that kind of shows the history of the group and kind of shows like all the different steps of like them kind of fictionalizes them kind of meeting and getting in touch with each other, and the fact that it's like, okay, he was somebody she knew in school, so it's like, them getting together, them getting on, K-pop, the show that they got on, their journey, the beginnings of their career, and all that build up, and it's really represented well and really cute, and it's a fun song. You hadn't checked out the song before, but what was your impression?
No. I liked it. I thought it was kind of cute. Like I didn't get it at first. I thought an ad was playing, and I was like, "Goddamn Facebook ads!" I was like, "Can't wait for this." I was like, "Oh, this is the song." Oh, it's like, okay, hold on, I got to start over and listen to it. But yeah, like once I sat and listened to it, I liked it. It's not really my go-to choice of music, but I really did like what I heard, and I kind of can't. I want to hear more from them. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the duo coming back, because I really dig Lim Kim's album, as I have it right back there. Lim Kim's album is a really cool album, and they really work together vocally, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do together. But moving on to my next song, another song basically taken from Kaz's wheelhouse. A guy by the name of a group by the name of Drunken Tiger, headed by a guy named by the name of Tiger JK with Monster. And it was just a song that I realized like I'd been listening to a couple of times, and I've noticed in various shows, and it always stuck out to me. And I thought I'd bring up because it's just a really cool song. Like that feeling the flow of a song, feeling the energy of a song, even if you don't know all the lyrics, it's right there. Like it's just that this song has this raw energy to it. And this like feel to it that it's just so cool, like the beat, the vocals, and Drunken Tiger, Tiger JK yelling at you,
Yeah.
It's such a cool song. You like another one of your one songs that you're familiar with, right, Kaz?
Yeah. It's a song I haven't heard in a really, really long time. Like, I heard it when I kind of took that exploration through Korean hip hop and only heard it like once or twice, but like it's a really good like hype song,
Yeah.
It's just one of those songs that you're just like, well, you know what, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get up and fucking rock, yeah, man. Like,
yeah. Stomp your feet,
Yeah,
get ready to react.
Establishment.
Yeah. It's a really cool song. Gotta love, the Drunken Tiger tip, and that classic Drunken Tiger tip. But it's just a really cool song, and it got my attention this week. But that's it for what we've been listening to this week. Hopefully you guys will check out some new music. That's the purpose of this segment. Check out some new tunes if you haven't heard them. Explore. All right, we're going to get over to our headlines right now. All right, welcome back, folks. We are here for the headline segment where we look at some of the things that are happening around the world of East Asian pop culture. Things, happenings, machinations. First up on headlines is the announcement of the Drama Fever Awards. Now it is let's face it, it's the most unsurprising award show ever. Especially it was obvious who was going to win. It's just they were like the EXO. Heirs is like the EXO of dramas, only not as good. They just have that fan base that no matter what, if there's a fan voting, regardless of what else is there, they're just going to get voted in and win, regardless of what the category is. So
pretty much.
So basically, practically every category that Heirs was nominated in, they won. And that's basically the story. But a couple other deserving award winners. I think I understand it's not for reasons that I like, but I like that Crystal and Kamin-hyuk's characters on Heirs won for best couple. Because they're definitely a better couple than the main couple in the show. And I'm still waiting for that romantic comedy about Ibona and that other and Chan Young. Like, I guarantee you make that romantic comedy, it's 10 times better than Heirs quality wise. It would be so much fun. But also another fun moment that won in the category was for best kiss, which was Sung Ji-hyo and Ken Gari, the Monday couple. That kiss on the cheek, that surprise kiss on the cheek, that got all the shippers excited. And I voted for relentlessly. That won, and deservedly so. A couple other winners. Best variety show, Running Man. Like it's kind of the big, especially for an international audience, that's the big show. but basically no surprises really. You had pretty much a similar reaction to mine over this.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. Hey, let's give awards to our show. Yay! Fuck everybody else. Like, like, I'm sorry. Like, they probably did deserve it, I guess. But just in a sense, it's just one of those things where it was like, it's kind of ham-fisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so ham-fisted.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, it takes some credibility out of it to me. Like, it just makes me feel like,
I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's a popularity award more than it is like best drama. It's like, okay, drama that has the most ardent fans internationally that would be willing to spend time on Drama Fever and vote on it. Not necessarily best drama.
right.
Yeah, it's like the Drama Fever crowd is going to vote for Heirs because Heirs is a Drama Fever show that was pushed on Drama Fever a lot and was popular internationally because of it. And then, they won their own awards. It was very stroking your own self, give yourself the old jaunty jerk.
Yeah, I did a good job.
I did a good
Are you
thing.
petting? Like, are you petting yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to pet me, and I might pet myself.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's a shame. Especially, I think the biggest shame was Best Actress.
Mm-hmm.
Jung Ji-hyun was a much better actress than this whatever her name is, Park Shin-hye. Like, Jung Ji-hyun is the goddess when it comes to the acting, and the fact that she didn't win completely undoes the credibility of this whole thing. So, period. End of story. But moving on to some good news. Now we're going to have some of the K-pop releases are starting to get back into a flow. Comebacks are finally starting to come, happening again. For obvious reasons, the whole entertainment industry was kind of put on hold for a little while, but now we're getting back into things. We're starting obviously with EXO coming, I believe this week in a couple days, coming back with their Overdose album, and it's actually gonna be promoted separately by the two groups. XOK and XOM are going to be doing their separate promotions for the Korean and Chinese albums, which is interesting. And the video's already leaked. Like, I don't know what's going on over at SM, where they're losing music video footage one day, and now their videos are getting leaked the next day. I don't know what's going on. Did you get a chance to check out the EXO music video?
Not yet. I meant to check it out before we started recording, but I wasn't. I was so like, my mind was somewhere else. But it's an EXO video, so it means a lot of dancing, a lot of pretty boys, and
yeah.
That's it, pretty much. Yeah, it's an EXO video.
Yeah, well, I will say about the video, it's interesting how they were able to kind of do a fake one take for a bunch of the video, because they kind of do the zoom in transitions, zoom out transitions, to kind of smooth it out, and almost feel like a one take video, kind of like their growl video, but it's SM, so. It's in a box, and they're dancing.
Yep.
It's quite literally dancing in a box.
Yep. Like, hi, welcome to this box. We're going to dance today. Our names are X and O.
EXO. And, of course, it's EXO, so there's somebody says EXO, and there's a rap break right after it.
Right?
But it was a really cool song otherwise. I think it stacks up well, and I'm looking forward to how that whole album works out. Interesting to see them out of the schoolboy uniforms and kind of more in the hip-hop clothes, but it's cool stuff. More stuff from EXO.
Yeah.
Other interesting releases that are coming out. Rania is coming back in Korea, but with their Spanish label.
Yeah, that's an interesting little tidbit. Like, the fuck? That doesn't make sense. Like,
Huh? Apparently, like they've been like in Spain, the working and stuff, and I don't know if they've actually been promoting, but the working stuff. And they're on the label there, and from there they're gonna release a new music video, a new album apparently, in Korea. They're gonna come out with the album Acceleration. Of course, Raina was well known for their recent video, Dr. Feelgood, that got a lot of attention for being very sexy, very sensual, very sexual. Are you familiar with Rania or Rania?
I've heard of them. They've come past my desk a few times, but they're not a group that I follow.
Yeah, they had the attention, but it's weird. Like, this whole thing is weird, especially considering that it's now a 5-member group. They had that buzz going on with Dr. Feelgood, but with the kind of the no news and kind of the radio silence for so long since then, kind of killed whatever buzz they had. So it'd be interesting to see if they do create new buzz out of nowhere, especially with a reform lineup, and especially coming from with the kind of alternate way of going about things. But yeah, of course, other releases. Secret Hyo-sung is going to be releasing a mini album. Wisung going to release a mini album. Big Ji-young's ballad song. Gina, IU is going to release a cover album, which is going to be interesting. Tiara's Ji-young is going to debut solo, and that's had some interesting, sexy pictures. Spica is going to release a new single, and apparently they're going to release an album in the fall. Girls' Day mini album. I do dig me some Girls' Day. And of course that G.O.D. album that we've talked about, the G.O.D. comeback, we talked about before, but they're going to come back as a full group after 8 years. And it's been interesting. And JYJ. Another interesting bit of news is supposedly T.O.P. Top, our boy Top, was in an interview and said that there are plans to have a Big Bang album later this year. I read that. I was like, okay, cool. Later this year. Wait, didn't they say it was going to be the summer? Didn't they say that we were surely going to get an album this summer?
Right.
When did summer become later this year?
That good old YG spin. like Top goes, yeah, no, we got to release an album. Like, yeah, they do need to. Hold on. No, Top, stop. No, you already said you were going to release an album. Nope. No, we never said that. Yes, I was there. I was there for the whole thing. You said no, never happened. Never happened. And you're like, what? I swear to God. I swear to God, I know what I heard. I know what I saw. It's like, don't lie to me. And you're like,
no, never happened. And shame on you for swearing to God.
Swear to me.
Swear to me. Swear to Top.
Where are the Big Bang albums going?
Kneel before Top. It's more of that, this date suddenly becomes that date, and things get pushed back. It's more of the kind of the personalities of different labels really showing themselves, like we said, SM kind of, SM had their release date. They're going to come out on May 7th, and we know that. YG, we're going to come out maybe this time? No, maybe this time. Maybe this time.
What did we quote you before? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. No. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to fulfill that order.
Yeah. Yeah, more YG machinations. That's hilarious. But it's good that we're finally getting back into the rhythm of things. Kind of getting back into the flow. It's especially with music and especially with variety shows, because things like that can be such a healing force. Especially variety shows and music as well. So yay, getting back into the K-pop swing of things.
Yep.
Speaking of big time labels, we talked about people needing to go check out them pockets at SM. Apparently now we gotta go. We gotta go dig around pockets over there in JYP.
We know where all that money is.
Mm-hmm. We gotta start start digging around pockets. Just don't dig too deep into Nikun's pocket, because you might find something a little unpleasant.
Make it stop. Light a match. Burn it with fire. Please. Make it stop.
So JYP under investigation by financial authorities. They want to know where his money is coming from and going. And it's saying, wondering if there's some funny money going.
You always want to know if there's funny money.
Yes. What impression? Do you have any thoughts on this little story?
I don't know. It just seems to kind of becoming a constant thing now, where it's just like, oh, it makes me feel like inevitably YG is next. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's this thing like, where is his money coming from? What do you mean, where is his money coming from? like, that's the question they're going in with. Like, that JYP fellow has a lot of money. I wonder where he's getting it. He owns one of the biggest record labels in your country. What do you mean, where is he getting all his money? Are you just mad because he's not sharing it? Huh? If that's what it is, just say so. Say so.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing to kind of see these investigations that I think honestly probably will end up going nowhere, and we won't hear anything about them. But it's fascinating. We got to keep checking those pockets. Check Taekyeon's pockets. We keep looking around. Moving on to another interesting, little tidbit. So, former member of Tahiti, Sarah Wolfgang, aka Han Hee, did an AMA on Reddit and kind of basically reinforced all of the truths that we know about idol life, but don't really try not to really think about too much. And brings up a couple of really good points here in the Asian Junkie article. They focus on a couple of the interesting things, like the fact that the artistry arguments are pointless because no real idol has any input other than maybe those in YG, and
that's a big maybe.
Yeah, and that's a big maybe. Basically could amount to basically CL saying, "I kind of like that thing." More like that, and then she gets a full writing credit. Yeah. She also addresses a couple of the situations like debt. How little she got paid, and how much she actually had to pay the record label, and her parents having to bail her out. And ridiculous diets, and it's like there's so much about where you realize about how these companies are run, where you feel like none of you are competent in any way whatsoever. Like they know how to
Yeah.
run a company, but they don't know how to run how to treat people. like these diets are dumb. The diets where it's just a bunch of light cardio and eating little like sweet potatoes and salads. Like that's how you get skinny fat. Like that's not how you get in shape and athletic. That's how you get skinny fat. Like do some weightlifting. Like let them idol girls lift. They're not gonna get swole just by lifting a few weights. Like they're not gonna turn into bodybuilders or anything. But
then it's not cute when they pass out because they won't pass out.
Yeah, they won't pass out on stage. Like from malnutrition, and of course lessons on being humble, which is like
right.
Back to that confusion. Like, it's like and how hard it is for foreigners if you don't speak the language and things like that. It's so much of like the system is built on people not being able to tell people older than them and above them that what they're doing is dumb and wrong, especially even if what they're doing is dumb and wrong. Because it's that old Confucian of I'm older, so I'm right, even if I'm a fucking dumbass. It's like I'm older, I'm right. It's like why? Because fuck you. That's why. I'm older. It's like okay, no, that's not how it works. Like, and it's that got back and forth. Like we love the culture over there, and we enjoy it, and we respect it. Like the idea of respecting your elders and respecting those that came before you is cool.
Definitely.
But submitting to your elders and foregoing your own opinions because they're right because they're older, that's not cool. Like, no. It's okay to respectfully disagree. Like, it's okay to respectfully have a different opinion.
I disagree.
Like, you can disagree in Chonnamal. It's possible to disagree in Chonnamal. Like, it's possible. But yeah, I mean, what impression did you get from looking at these tidbits in this article?
Nothing, because it's all stuff that we already knew was going on. It's all stuff that we've talked about is going on before, It's like, it's nothing new, Like, it's nothing new. It's nothing special. Like, and I'm not saying that to diminish it in any way, but it's all this shit that everybody always has speculated is going on and that we have heard is going on from other people as well. And it just, it doesn't add anything to anything, It's just like...
Yeah. If nothing else, I would like... Nothing else... Idol companies, K-pop companies, hire nutritionists. There's just one guy you just gotta hire. Just one guy. It's called, a licensed nutritionist and, a personal trainer. There's one guy. That's all you gotta do. And they'll help you figure it all out. And they'll get your girls in shape, athletic, sexy looking, lovely looking, but in the right way. Where they'll get them
lovely lady lobes.
But yeah, on that note.
Yep.
Yeah, K-pop companies, hire the right people and listen to other people's opinions. Like, get a nutritionist, a physical a physical therapist, a personal trainer. Get people that know what they're doing to help you manage all that. Like, if you don't know how to do a diet, sweet potatoes and salads, Idol cannot live on sweet potatoes alone. Like, it is not, you don't know what you're doing. Stop it. You stop that. You stop that right now. But yeah, it's like It's like the ennui of being being a fan of like idol groups. It's like the ennui, like these girls are getting treated like shit, and you hope they won't be, but it's true. But that being said, that's all for our headlines. Couple of random things. I did do something cool recently. This isn't really worthy of its own segment, but I did something really cool. I did some experimentation with ramen, and I created what I call ramen congri, which is kind of a ramen version of arroz congri, which is like a rice and black beans dish, but this time it's ramen and black beans. So it's kind of like the Cuban version of like the black bean noodles, but instead of paste, it's just black beans, and they're like they have been like soaked in water and stuff and cooked, and it turned out really good. Like it was pretty easy to make. Like all I did was like saute, olive oil, onions, green peppers, a little bit of garlic, like minced garlic. Sauteed that for like a few minutes, just in the pan, just in like the pot before I did anything ramen wise, and just doing that, infused it with nice flavor, and then putting in the bean water and the regular water and boiling the ramen just as normal. Like, and in the end, it had a really good. It coated everything in the beans, and that bean flavor, and it tasted really fantastic. Like, next up,
ramen noodles are really, really versatile. Like you can do a lot of shit with ramen noodles. Like that's what they were created for to be this versatile fucking food. That one can just be sold for cheap as fuck because they're just easy to use and easy to do and all that kind of shit. Like it's just awesome.
Yeah. Next up for me is going to be, I'm going to try to incorporate bacon. I'm trying to find the bacon. Try to throw that in there in that sauteing part, or also try to see if I can incorporate ground pork, to kind of bring it closer to that jjajangmyeon, kind of a variation of the jjajangmyeon where instead of black bean paste it's just black beans. So the incorporation of the ground pork might be an interesting addition. So, but I will report that when I do it. But that's all. Kaz, what's going on in your world?
Nothing. Preparing for the hopeful awesomeness that will be ASIN that we're going to in a couple of weeks here. Which means things will slow down a little bit and then pick up and then slow down and then get right back on pace. We're planning some pretty awesome stuff. A couple of live streams maybe before and during ASIN, and especially stuff after. So just kind of keep your eyes glued to, the networks of Rebelli, Delta Juliet Mike, and that's pretty much it. Because my website isn't up and running yet. Because it costs money.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently.
Who would have known? Who would have known?
It's a mystery. Life is a mystery. We're gonna make history. He's at KingCast. I'm at PD Rave. We're at Hallyujuku. Hallyujuku.com, kpoppodcast.com if you don't know how to spell Hallyujuku, which is understandable. And Revelli.net for all the other podcasts. Keep an eye on all of our social networks for happenings as far as ASIN. We're going to do some like actual live stream planning and stuff. So it's going to be interesting. And like you said, fun projects on the horizon. But until next time, hasta los huevos.
See you later.
Annyeong.
YG, they coming for your money.